Hi guys, this is Mike L, G.I. Jolie, and Clark Brent here to review Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. I feel a little bit empty. I just feel very underwhelmed, and considering we all waited 2 years to see this movie, I'm just surprised how little effort was put into the script.
Definitely underwhelming, little hollow, I feel. A lot of shoehorned plot points in there that kind of really were unnecessary. A lot of unnecessary scenes that weren't really important to character development or driving the story forward. So it was a bit of a time waster. I think it could have shaved off maybe 20 minutes or so, maybe half an hour.
Underwhelmed?
Super underwhelmed.
Really?
Super underwhelmed.
Honestly, fight someone if they say this is a bad movie. It's amazing.
I thought it was a bad movie. So anyway, to be honest, the whole group I was with tonight did not like it. You guys all liked it. What do you think? Was it because we were too close, too far, too much ice in our drinks? What was the problem?
I definitely just think you don't like movies.
Based on the number of DVDs and Blu-rays I have, I would dispute that claim. But
I went in and I was like, this is probably going to suck. And it didn't. The fangirl part of me took over, and I'm sitting in the theater, and every time something awesome happened, I'm like cheering in my seat. I'm like, oh, it's Wonder Woman. Look at the Flash references. Flash is coming from the future. Things are happening, and I'm excited about them. The whole movie was just me being excited that my favorite characters were actually being portrayed properly for once. Together.
There's already people that have said how much they love it, and okay, fine, if you like it, that's fine. But I want you to tell me what did Wonder Woman contribute to the story other than helping fight? She stole that thing from Bruce Wayne, and it had that, it reveals all those files with the Justice League members. But couldn't that have been maybe a little teaser at the end, or a post-credit sequence, or an Easter egg? But to go into such detail with each of their sort of origins, how did that help this story? It didn't. Do you agree?
It was very inorganic.
Yeah.
It was totally inorganic, and it was obviously just put in there to tease the next film. But I feel like Marvel was a lot better at doing that than DC was in this case.
And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, this has nothing to do with the plot, but this is my favorite part of the movie. I'm like, I don't even care, because as a fan, I'm like, somebody cares enough that they're trying to make these characters seem interesting to not just fans, but to everybody, to people to want to know more. And you go into a movie that you know is going to have a sequel, you should want to see that sequel.
There was way too much shit happening. Like, they were talking about the Justice League, and then Wonder Woman's at this party that they're both invited to. I'm sorry, Brooklyn and New Jersey are Gotham and Metropolis in real life? Is that how close Gotham City is to Metropolis? No. That Lex Luthor is looking across a body of water the way we look into Detroit. That's how close it is.
Idiotic.
This movie to me was a set of pasted together thin plot points that didn't drive one another, and that just kind of sat stagnant, but nothing really happened. Never did I didn't ever feel like anyone was in peril ever. I didn't ever feel any emotion.
Tell me what the plot was, because I have no idea. What was so important in this movie? What was the crux of the movie?
The crux of the movie was the fact that, you have an alien that literally comes down to Earth, gets his powers from the sun, and a dude who dresses up like a bat is gonna go fight this alien, and that was pretty much the plot of the movie, and that's awesome.
Okay.
Well,
This movie's a Batman movie, and then it was a Superman movie, and then it was a mini Justice League movie, and I was just really, really excited because everybody had chemistry, which was awesome. Bruce Wayne and Clark had chemistry. Lois and Clark had more chemistry in 5 minutes than they did in the entirety of Man of Steel.
Let's just admit it. Zack Snyder can't direct a film. He can't. He's done some films that have been moderately successful, but his last few have all been complete failures. You can say that they were good, but they weren't box office hits, so therefore Warner Brothers should not be investing their entire future of their franchise in them. He is a music video director. He's very good at getting shots. He's good at getting, visual, cool shots, money shots. He doesn't know how to tell a story. He doesn't know how to let a character drive a story. Everything about these characters was told to us. We weren't shown anything. We were told everything. That's the problem with this movie. Also, the characters were all wrong. As we saw, Batman using a gun. Batman doesn't use a gun. Zack Snyder would know that if you'd ever read a Batman comic. When you go see a movie adaptation of your favorite novel, you're not going to like it if they change the characters or if they change the plot. Now, I know the comic books are different because they're serial and there's so many to choose from. They kind of have to pick and choose. But has Zack Snyder ever read a Batman comic? Has he ever read a Superman comic?
I'm sure he has.
And it's sad because I think they did try to make a serious film. They succeeded in making it serious. They just didn't succeed in making it entertaining. What did you think of Henry Cavill as Superman?
I enjoy his interpretation of Superman. The actor portrays having a limitless power quite well. He struggles with the humanity and being a good person.
I didn't see any of that struggle, though.
I didn't think he was great by any means. He's fine. He's fine. He makes an okay Superman, but it was just he was just there.
Yeah, I thought he was kind of mediocre in this movie. I actually thought he was okay in Man of Steel, but in this film, the actor was almost non-existent. Like, he had no presence. Now, it's partly because there's almost no dialogue in this movie, but it's also because it's almost like he doesn't know what to do with his character. That's what I felt anyway.
I still love him.
Okay.
I can't stop looking at him.
I love Henry Cavill. And I feel like that the flaws with Superman, especially Man of Steel, aren't his fault. I feel like he gets the character. He has a lot of, like, especially in this movie, I know you hated the scene, but when the explosion's going on around him and he's just completely disappointed with humanity.
Or just not acting at all because he didn't realize the camera was on.
No, I don't read it like that at all.
He was a Superman for today. We see a Superman who kills. Some people may not like it.
Well, it's not Superman, but go ahead. Ben Affleck as Batman.
I found Affleck was pretty good as Bruce Wayne. I thought he was pretty debonair, pretty charming, and he fit the role well. And as Batman, I didn't mind him as well. Didn't mind him. I felt he was a lot more brutal, though. There was a lot more brutality to his presence, and I didn't mind that. There was some creative decisions, though, that I thought were kind of baffling, like the use of guns, which is kind of weird.
Anyone who's read a Batman comic knows Batman doesn't use guns. And please don't go back to 1939 to find examples. They hadn't figured out his character yet. Bruce Wayne also smoked a pipe at that point, so we don't want to go back that far, okay?
Always pro Affleck. Pro. Mm-hmm.
I'm still not convinced he's an actor. He's a good director, but he's just not an actor to me. He's not natural on camera. Nice guy. I agree with his politics. Not a good actor.
Favorite Batman?
Out of what? How many? How many?
Twitched.
What are we talking about here?
What's that bat armor he has?
It's just, no, I don't know.
He looks so cute. He looks like a cartoon in that.
Cute.
His little
Okay.
bunny eyes.
He's my favorite Batman. Absolutely. 100% favorite.
Whenever actor comes to the table, they bring something. They bring an interpretation of it. Obviously, that's why you have different Batmans and all this.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
It can't all be Michael Keaton, fortunately.
You know, yeah, he is pretty good. But
Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman.
She was interesting. She was alluring for sure, and I think that's kind of what they were going for because they didn't really shed a whole lot of light on her. Even if you looked at, you know, the order which she was billed in the film, she was quite far down there. Mm-hmm. So they were really just teasing her character, and she had a small role. But I was interested for sure, and I think she will definitely expand upon it.
I think she was obviously beautiful and also very elegant, and she brings a different type of vibe to Wonder Woman, I think, than Linda Carter did. I also appreciate that she had, you know, a foreign-speaking accent. I mean, she's Israeli-born. I'm not sure if that was her exact accent. Who knows? But, well, I mean, some people know. I just don't know. But, I mean, she's playing a Greek character, so that's kind of cool that she wasn't Anglo-American like all other superheroes.
when Superman was like, "Oh, is a being not of this world," immediately like, "I've killed beings not of this world before.
Yeah, that was cool.
No big for me.
Yeah.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
You know, let's do this."
Wouldn't it have been nice, though, when she was getting off the plane to see her do the twirl and turn into Wonder Woman that way? Wouldn't that have been cool?
I mean,
She is the best part of the movie.
I agree.
And not just because she looks great,
Oh.
but like in the costumes, she looks great and everything like that. That's wonderful. But I feel like just the subtleties in Gal Gadot's acting, where she's like, you know that this is a person who's been around for so long. And it's just like, Bruce Wayne, I've seen men like this. Like, I've seen men like this. I've seen men do these things over and over and over again. And none of this is surprising to me.
Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Mixed feelings for me. What do you think?
He completely took me out of the movie. He was hamming it up. It was not a natural role, and it just didn't kind of juxtapose against that more darker tone the movie was going for. So it confused me a little bit. Mm-hmm. His presence.
He has the tics of someone who has like maybe like a mild, like a very high functioning autism.
Well, but Lex
Hey,
Luthor.
do you know what? But that's the thing. Very many geniuses in our world have had some mental issues, like psychological issues.
it felt very. As soon as I saw him, I was like, "Oh, there's Mark Zuckerberg." Like, I guess Mark Zuckerberg is like Lex Luthor now, like because like, the way he ran the company, the way he interacted, exactly how you would expect a young millennial to run. a multi-billion-dollar company. I enjoyed when he was revealing the great schemes that he's had. When he actually came down to delivering his speech to Superman in front of him, I felt that he played a very good. I have all the strings, and you're not gonna touch me.
He shows up, he's playing basketball, and you go, this kid. And then all of a sudden, he's like super intelligent, but just thinks everyone else is less than him, and just has that mentality. I feel like this is a Lex that's gotten to the point where he's already insane.
So overall, is this a movie you can see yourself watching again?
No, probably not. It was fine, but it was just underwhelming, and it didn't leave me with any sort of resonance.
Definitely. I'm gonna probably go see it tomorrow.
You're kidding, right?
I'm gonna go see it tomorrow.
We're going to see it tomorrow.
You're joking.
Don't listen to the critics. Go watch the movie.
Never mind the 39% of Rotten Tomatoes. Listen to this guy. Right? Civil War will be better, and I think in the end, mark my words, I think Deadpool will make more money because it has better word of mouth.
Well, there's actual like dialogue in that film.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so next time, guys, write some dialogue. Good luck, DC. You fucked up again.